welcome to the new video. If you're a returning viewer and if you're new here, I'm so happy that you found me. Today I will be painting over my horrible sketchbook cover. It's a fabric cover and I didn't like the color of it, so I covered everything in gesso, and then I will be using my acrylic paints to paint on my cover. These are the colors. I will also put all the details in the description box below. This is actually the first time ever I'm doing this. I've never painted my sketchbook cover before, but with this one, the sketchbook was covered in this horrible looking fabric and I didn't really like it. It was boring and I wanted something fun because I think my sketchbooks are fun and I am having a lot of fun in my sketchbooks, so I wanted my cover to be fun and bright colored as well. I saw this picture when I was shopping on Amazon. I was looking for some wool or yarn, depending where you are, and that picture really caught my eye and I was like, I need to have this on my cover. It just looked so cool. I looked at all the lines and the colors and the gradients and I really liked it. So I decided to do something like this on my cover. I very gently sketched out some yarn and then I went in with my acrylic paints, trying to blend them and mix them nicely. Also, the way I was painting, I was trying to reflect the direction of the threads of this roll of yarn. Also, I want to point out here that this neon pink from Hobbycraft and that PBO cobalt blue hue are my favorite colors. I tend to reach for them so often. I think most of my acrylic paintings, or whenever I just play with acrylics, I tend to just reach for those two colors. Let me know in the comments if you have colors that you always reach out for. I think the hardest part of painting this yarn was the fact that I didn't want my colors to repeat too close to one another, and I still wanted it to look like a twist, but let's say, didn't want to have blue and blue next to each other or the pink and pink next to each other, because I think it wouldn't give that nice of an effect. And the same here really. When I was painting this wool that was laying flat on the table just under this roll of yarn, I was doing my best not to repeat the colors too closely because I wanted that twist to stand out a little bit. This paint, this PBO iridescent blue green, very recently became one of my favorite paints as well. You can't see it here that well, but in real life, when the sun hits that paint, it just looks amazing. If you've never tried it, you should try it and you definitely won't regret it. It is a transparent paint, so it works really well on top of other turquoise paints, but even on its own, if it's done in a few layers, it looks amazing. And here for the background, I'm using that newly acquired Amsterdam greenish yellow or yellow green color, and I think deciding to paint the background with this color was such a good idea, because I think it makes my twist of yarn pop out really nicely. I still had some leftover acrylic paint left on my palette, so I just took out my art journal and I used the leftover paint to scribble and prepare some backgrounds in my journal. Time for some Posca pens and adding some extra definition to this painting. First of all, I went with the white one, but I think I didn't like the contrast. It just wasn't enough. And then I took my black one and went over all the edges with the black Posca pen, just creating some outlines and making everything stand out. I don't know about you, but I do have a love-hate relationship with my Posca pens. I think they clog up so often and the nibs get damaged so quickly. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong, or I don't know. I always wait for my paint to dry, because I've done this mistake in the past when I didn't wait for the paint to dry properly, and then I used my Posca pen on top and then I damaged the nib. And I think it's true mostly for the ones with the fine metal nib. The bigger nibs you can kind of revive, but not the metal ones. But still, even the big ones, I don't know, I feel like these pens are so expensive, and I don't know, they're quite temperamental, I would say. But I have to say, I like how adding this white to this painting, it just makes everything pop and it makes me so happy. Just wanted to add a little title to my sketchbook, so I named it Sketchbook 10 as it is my 10th sketchbook. And I will also be adding a date to when I started this sketchbook in the bottom corner, and I started this one just in January 2023. The last thing that I will do off camera will be adding some gloss medium on top of everything, just to seal everything and make it nice and shiny. I hope you enjoyed that video. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you in my next one. Bye bye.